Okay.
I'm sucking.
It's okay. Okay, so we're recording. So four months in, what made you decide you still wanted to join? How long did you watch Live?
Okay, I watched Liv for about 2 months. She texted me and said that I'm gonna miss the boat, and I was like, I'm not about to miss $1,000. And I thought that she should. I'm sorry. I saw her Facebook, and she just was posting so many great things, and I thought that she was someone that I couldn't achieve to be. And then I found out that we went to school relatively close to each other, and I found out that she actually had dated my cousin, and like, yeah. So all of a sudden, I was like, oh my god, like, okay, so she could date him, like, and she's making how much a month? Like, okay. We're gonna do this. And so it made her so much more relatable. I just could not believe that someone like so close to me was doing something so amazing. And
hey, Haley, can I ask you, how many times did she message you before you said yes?
I think, okay, so let me look. Well, no, okay, so she had messaged me like about, I think 3 times. She had messaged me once just being like, hey, like, you were interested, what happened? And I blew her off, and then she messaged me again about like I think a call that you guys were all doing, and I told her I got a different job, and then she asked me what, and then I blew her off like a jerk. And then she messaged me that one last time and was like, hey, like, I don't know if you're still interested, but like, you're gonna miss the boat, and I think you'd be really good at this. And we had just gotten engaged, and I was like, you know what, like, knowing what I had found out about her, I was like, okay, like, fine. Like, what's going on? And so I messaged her, and I was like, you know what? Like, I don't think I'd be good at this. I don't want to be that annoying girl on Facebook. I don't, never had anything in sales, but I'm working full time. I'm a full-time student. I'm working 3 jobs, and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. Like, I'm getting married now, and I have a puppy. Like, what are you doing? And she told me, and I remember I got on a FaceTime call, and I was like, okay, well, you best sign me up tonight, because if you ask me again tomorrow, I'm probably gonna say no. And so she did. Like, I gave her everything, and I remember I figured if I was gonna do this, I was gonna do it, and so I did. Yeah, and that's kind of how I jumped in.
Awesome. So
I think what's cool about that too. Oh, sorry, Angela.
Go ahead, Maggie.
I was just going to say I love that too, because like I think it just goes to show people like you never know where your next rock star is going to be. Like, just because someone said no to you once or ignored you twice or whatever, it doesn't always mean no forever. So I feel like, I don't know, people like in general too, and like you're not a rude person. You just had other things going on, and this just wasn't your priority. So yeah, so I think that's a cool message to kind of share with people, is like, just keep asking people or making different points of contact, or let them know you're still thinking of them in a genuine way. And eventually the right people will respond to that.
It's funny because the first time I had reached out to her, she gave me some great information, and we were going to get coffee, and I canceled on her. And it was because everyone talked me out of it. My mom was like, go for it, but it's a pyramid scheme. And my fiance was like, no. And my roommate was like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. So I was like, okay, yeah. So I canceled on her that night, and I blew her off ever since. And then I just kept watching her. And I remember, I think she came back from conference, and she posted something about her and Brian had gotten like $72,000 bonuses in 1 year. And I was like, she dated him? Like, my cousin? What? Like, and so I don't know. It clicked. I figured if she could do it, I could do it. And that's where I've been following in her footsteps ever since. Like,
and I think that's huge, because she is relatable on Facebook. She is a positive person on Facebook. And like Maggie said, it wasn't your time. Like, you had it in the back of your mind, but it just didn't work until the last message. So I think that's a great story. So you jumped in February 7th, and then what did you, like, was your priority customers, team? I mean, obviously you grew your team like super quick. How did you do that? Was it just Facebook posts? Because you do awesome Facebook posts too.
Thank you. I don't know. I think I really soon after, I really wanted that $120 and product credit. So I right away, like my first couple of customers were my mom, my dad, my fiance, and then my old neighbor. And I was like, boom, got it. Like I was so excited and I got that right away. And then I don't know, like I was watching every single Jade Hooper video under the sun, and then Jocelyn Yates, and then Tiffany Herr, and then Carrie Bauer. Like I watched them all, and like still am. And I don't know, I can't remember what it said, but I just literally followed everything that Jade Hooper said. So I started posting like once an hour, and I actually was able to do that while working like full time at the daycare and going to school because of Alyssa Wilbur's airplane mode trick, which is when you're on Instagram, you can put your phone on airplane mode and it'll like retry all of your posts, and then you can post it throughout the day. So I did that, and that was really handy. But yeah, I just had so much fun, and it kind of became like a game to me. And I like watched all these videos of how you could like build up to be like, I mean, I'm still wanting to be like where Olivia is. And I just was like, okay, like we're doing it. Like, and so I shortly after that enrolled my fiance. I upgraded his account and was like, okay, well, I'm going to get your $120 in product credit too. And got that right away, like from his mom and then a couple of his friends. And I just messaged everybody under the sun. I told every single person like what I was doing, and then I went to work and I like talked all about it. And my second distributor was a coworker of mine, and she just kind of was like, I kind of heard about this before, but I'm not quite sure. And I just talked to her at work. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing either, but I'm going. Like, do you know how much she makes? I'm going. Do you want to come? And she was like, okay, well, if you're doing it, like, and you don't know what you're doing. So she jumped on with me, and she was doing really good. And now she kind of has like lost the vision. And I think that she, I am talking with her actually, and she's actually been re-inspired though from like all of these posts. And it was really exciting because she messaged me the other day. She had gotten really down on herself. And then she messaged me the other day saying like, you know, like, I didn't think I could do this, but then like I'm seeing all of your guys' posts, and how are you doing this while still having so much fun? I want to quit the daycare like you did, because I was able to quit the daycare like this. Yay. So we're meeting and going over a game plan, and I'm really excited for her.
Oh, good. So what did you say when you sent all these messages to say what you were doing, or like what you're doing now? I mean, 4 months in, what are you saying? Like, hey, I'm an It Works distributor, want to join my team? What are you saying?
When I first started, I messaged everybody saying like, hey, you know, I'm super excited about this new business I just started. I think it's gonna be really helpful for my to help me grow start my new family with my fiance and my puppy. Just because it was so brand new, it was kind of great because I literally just got engaged. I felt like I was introducing that too. So everyone was like, congratulations, and they were all excited for me. So I had gotten loyal customers quickly like that. But then some people had messaged me just like, because I was so excited, and all of my posts about being excited about everything. I don't know, they just kind of were like, what are you doing? And like quickly after that, I'm trying to think, I had gotten a couple of loyal customers, and they had turned into distributors, which was pretty cool. And that's just kind of how it happened. I think it was because I was so excited that everyone was kind of like, what is, like, I feel like I was irritating, but it was good irritating.
Right, it's happy irritation. That's awesome. So what do you do with your team now? You have a bunch of people under you. You're an Emerald, probably close to Diamond, if not already boxed in. So what are you doing? Do you have like weekly meetings? How are you keeping in touch with everybody and helping them all grow?
We have a group chat, but right now we have like individual meetings throughout the week. Like I have like 10 people in particular that I'm meeting with like every single day. I've got like an hour scheduled out to speak with them. And then everybody else, like I have separate appointments with as well. But some people, distributors, like they don't always respond, which is fine. But then I have this big group chat, and I think that that's really nice because some people have a hard time, like they just don't feel comfortable like speaking one-on-one, but they're still doing the work by like watching the videos that I send them, and they'll message me saying like, thanks for the video, but they won't really connect. But I think that that having the big group chat is really helpful.
Awesome. Megs, what do you have any questions?
I just love your enthusiasm, Haley. I think that's what's super contagious. Like you can just like see it like spilling out of you on Facebook, and obviously when we talk to you, it's the same thing. But what would be your biggest, I guess, like you started to build really fast. Like how, like what's a day in the life look like for you besides like being incredibly enthusiastic and just like sharing your excitement? Just like in general, like what does a typical day look like for you to just keep building fast?
So I'm constantly interacting on Instagram and whatnot. So I'll keep my post notifications on, and I'll go and I'll like and comment on their posts. But then anybody that likes and comments on my post, I'll message them and say, hey, like, thanks for loving my post. Are you interested in what I do? And I think because I'm being so consistent that it's paying off. This one girl actually like just messaged me yesterday. I had messaged her over and over and over again for liking my post, but she never would respond. And then yesterday I had messaged her that one last time and said like, hey, thanks for loving my post. Are you interested in what I do? And she said, you know what? I've seen so many of your posts that I'm interested. And I was like, right on. So we're talking tomorrow. And I'm really excited to meet with her because she said that she has just had so many issues and that she wants to change her life. And I think that that just goes to show that people are watching you no matter whether or not they like seem like they're interested or if they're just blowing you off. Don't give up on people. I think that I don't know, it's definitely possible to get stuck in a lull where you think that, oh, she thinks she's not interested. Like, just give up on her, like, lose her username. Like, she was on Instagram. I don't know her. Like, I would have lost her username forever and never contacted her again. But you need to give people a chance, even if they're not responding.
So is that mostly what you're doing is Instagram, or what else are you doing throughout the day?
I'm doing both. I basically my Instagram and my Facebook posts are like exactly the same. I don't forward them, but I like message them at the same time. And I'll do the same thing. When I first started, everything was really explosive on Facebook. Like everybody was messaging me there, like my warm market, and people had known. Now that I've like I haven't tapped that out. I'm still messaging, all the time and following up with people and sending like specials and whatnot. Sorry, I know that something's dinging. But now on Instagram, I'm basically, I'll send out a cold message that Jocelyn Yates came out with. It's, or someone on her team. And it's like, hey girl, I think you're super gorgeous. I came across your page. I'm looking for hair models for hair, skin, and nails. Would you be interested in helping me build my portfolio? And you get like a big discount for helping me out or something like that. And a lot of them were really excited to do that. Actually, 2 of my distributors, one had said no, that she couldn't afford it. So I said, well, I've got spots for, I was like, well, that's okay because I'm looking for business partners too. And she joined the team because of that, which was awesome. And then one girl ordered hair, skin, and nails and did it for 2 months and also did Scentsy, and then was like, well, what are you doing? And jumped on as well. And she's actually like my runner. So she's doing really good. But yeah, so I think it's just not ruling anybody out. So like, she was a customer. I could have just kept her at a customer, but
that's awesome.
That's my day. I'm just always I'm on my phone way too much. My poor fiance, not to sudden.
So what do you do to add followers on Instagram? Because I heard John Eric said in a recent video that the Crowdfire and all of those apps that you can unfollow and follow are not going to work as of July 1st.
Okay, so I actually use this app called Cleaner. It's called Cleaner for Instagram, and it just like lets you like if you scroll all the way down, it just says who's following and unfollowing you, and you can like mass select everybody who's not following you.
Nice.
And so yeah, and then I'll go scroll back up to the top, and I'll delete like the last couple of people that I still give them a chance for me to interact with them. It's got its downfalls too, because I feel like I've made so many lists in the past of all these usernames, because I do add people who are private, and now that like they're deleted, I go back and they're private, so I'll like be like, oh, should I re-add them? Is that awkward? But as long as you're like keeping up with like keeping the people who you just recently added from deleting, like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really useful tool, so I use that all the time. And otherwise, to follow people, I'm always just going through people's like pictures, and then like someone who liked their picture, I'll click on their profile and then do the same thing and keep doing it. And so like I just get a never-ending loop, and then I'll hit someone that I went to like high school with, and then I'll get back to my like home stretch, and I'm like, I like got to start over. So then I'll do it again. But yeah, so that's all I do. I tried to get into hashtags, but I was finding like more like, I don't know, I was getting more kind of spammy stuff off of that rather. So I think now I'm just going to keep on doing it to my own little method of just adding people. And then I just, if they follow me back, because right now I have it on private. So if they follow me back, then I'll like turn on their post notifications and try to interact with them as much as I can.
That's very clever, that post notifications part. I'm going to do that. Because I've been adding friends or followers on Facebook, but I'm like, okay, I'm stuck now because I don't remember who I added yesterday.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And on Facebook, you can do the see first if you go to like follow that one too.
Yeah, I've been doing that one, so that's been helpful. Someone said that Instagram is limiting your following to, I think it's 20 an hour now. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Okay.
I have not seen that yet. So, but I guess I haven't really gone on a mass following spree in a while. So I'll test that out and let you know because lately I've been really trying to keep up with my team. It kind of grew really quickly. Like last month, I don't know how I signed 4 people in one day, and it was that BOGO deal. And just all my on the fencers, I told them like, I don't know if you're interested or not, but this is what's happening. It can start your business. And I told them that I could triple or double their income or whatever, getting their money back. And they all said yes. So it was awesome, but it grew so quickly that I needed to spend the last month trying to like train everybody and getting everybody like acclimated to the system and knowing what they're doing. So I haven't gone quite on I need to get better at Instagram because my followers go up a little bit, but
awesome.
Otherwise, in the last month.
I saw you adding 4 people in a day, and I'm like, I'm so glad she's on our team meeting next month. This is going to be awesome.
That was a crazy day. I can't believe that happened. I still am shocked by it.
That's awesome.
I wish that balcony thing was going on then.
That's a lot to do to train everybody that's so brand new when you're pretty brand new yourself. So
yeah, I really utilize the team page and YouTube videos. So this team is amazing. Like shortly after I got signed, I wasn't quite sure if I was going to stick with this or not. I was like, okay, like, am I positive? Like, what did I just do? And then luckily my team meeting was like the next day after I had signed, and I went to it, and all of a sudden I felt like I had known these girls forever. Like they were my family, and they're the most amazing people. And I like make sure that my team knows them. Because I all of a sudden felt like a more confident and positive and like loving person just by like going there. And I was like, everyone needs this.
You're like a ball of sunshine. Like, can I just like take you and like keep you in my little pocket? Because you're just so fun. I love it. Do you guys have any questions for Haley? Because she's incredible and this is fun.
Thank you.
Anybody? Anyone? Michelle, Amanda, Yana, are you sleeping?
No, I think she was looking down. So, I mean, really like a typical day in Haley's life is like make a lot of contacts with a lot of different people, message a lot of different people, and just keep following up over and over and over again.
Yeah, pretty much. I definitely have gotten people who are like, stop messaging me. But a lot of the time people say like, oh, like not this time, but thanks for asking. I'll keep that in my head as a not yet. And I just actually am reading the book Go for No right now. And I feel like that's totally going to change my business, because if I can like focus on getting more no's than yes, how many more people can I be messaging? So it's a game. It's a numbers game.
It is.
And so it sounds like you're using a lot of cold market, not just warm. I mean, you're using a warm market too, because you're talking to a lot of people, but it sounds like you're having way more success already in your cold market.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm being consistent with my posting. People, I definitely have told people that they're watching me, which is great. My warm market has just kind of been in the background right now. So I've definitely been utilizing Instagram more than Facebook, but I'll always try to get the people from Instagram to Facebook just because it's a little more personal. But yeah, so I am trying to utilize more of the cold market. I think that I'll be able to grow more that way just because people in Milwaukee are not really responding to me well today. I don't know.
No, I think that's an awesome tip because I think even like being so new in the business, like a lot of people start with their warm market and then they're really scared to go into their cold market. And I love how you've kind of reversed that and just been like, cold market, I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to build fast and furious and speed is life with this. And then eventually I think your warm market will really start to be like, wow, she's really successful in this. And they're going to start to pay more attention. Like I think sometimes people do it the opposite way and it can tend to slow us down a little bit. So I love that tactic that you're just like getting out there in the cold market, not afraid to hear the word no, and just like making tons of contacts with people. I think that's just awesome advice.
Mm-hmm. How do you keep track of follow-ups? Do you have like a spreadsheet or like a notebook?
I just have a giant notebook, and I actually need to find a better system. Some girl on my team, we're going to Zoom and see if I can figure out Excel, but that just kind of seems like it's out of my realm. I definitely am just an old school like notebook and whatnot. I have a calendar, so if they give me a day to follow up with, I'll put it exactly on that day. Otherwise, I just write down like everyone that I message, I just kind of like leave in my inbox and I'll just go back and like go through. But everyone who like makes contact with me and like kind of like gives me something at all, I'll write down and I'll make sure to like go back with them like every Thursday or Friday. I'll try to go through and yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of cool because I don't know. You just never know what can happen. Like I have left my warm market alone for right now, and a girl from high school who I never thought would want to do this messaged me and being like, "Oh, you've gotten so successful," and that's kind of what I was hoping for because I don't know. High school. I just kind of wanted to be like, "Well, yeah, you are right. You can," and so it was kind of cool feeling, and that's just kind of how I've been doing it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's super good tips.
Yeah, really good tips. So you've messaged or you've mentioned Jocelyn Yates and Jade Hooper. Who else do you follow like on Facebook? Because your posts are really good and very individual to you. But how did you like learn to? Was it just you're your happy ball of sunshine, so that just comes across on Facebook? But like how?
I don't know. I think I've kind of always had like a sassy attitude, and I feel like I feel like my generic post people would right away just be like, oh, like, okay, you're lying. And so like, I felt like I needed, now that I was able to quit the daycare, which was kind of cool. Like when I first started, yeah, they were kind of generic-y, but now that I've got time, I'm able to like, plan out my posts more. And even though like I still nanny 2 days a week, so I'm still busy, I can plan out my posts, but they'll be more personal. I mean, taking that little extra step is important because I see so many people's posts that are just exactly the same. And I'm a culprit of that. I definitely do that. But making everyone kind of at least towards you people, otherwise we'll see right through you, I think.
Yeah, I love it. Yes, you're so fun.
Well, I'm going to start following you on Instagram because I want to see what you're doing on there.
Yeah, I'll accept you. For sure. Yay.
Yeah, I followed her just like the other day and I'm like, oh, get Haley accepted. I can stalk her now. This is fun.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for having me. I'm so sorry that my internet was being a jerk.
Oh, no, it was fine. It was awesome. You have lots of great tips. And like Maggie said, your enthusiasm is contagious. I can just like feel it. It like exudes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Speaking of your enthusiasm being contagious, I have a question for you, Haley. So when you are doing all these follow-ups with people, are you doing it mostly over texting or messenger? Or are you actually calling people?
I have been doing it over texting and messenger, but I want to get more into calling people. I feel like I'm going to have a lot more success when I do that because people will be able to hear me more. I think it's getting over the chicken aspect of it. Not that like, I can mess up more, but I think once you get over that, I'll get a lot more. I was in St. Louis this weekend and I was with someone who all of a sudden was like, I'm going to call my old ex-boyfriend, and she blitzed him and he's going to order something. And it was been 15 years and it was crazy. And I was like, if I could just do that with a stranger, like I'll get it, like let alone an ex-boyfriend. So I saw that, and now I think I'm going to try to get on calling. It's just a matter of if they answer or not. So it'll be a little play game. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, because that's the thing, like your enthusiasm will just like pour through the phone.
I will often, I like making videos a lot. So that's how I'll do a lot with my team. I don't like texting a lot just because it's, I don't know, it's boring. So I'll just like, hold up a video and talk. And that's how I like train my team as well. I'll send them videos through the group message. And, but that's sometimes if people aren't responding to me, I'll do a video message being like, hey girl, like, I don't know if you're interested or not, like, but I really like, and I'll just kind of like explain myself a little bit, but really short and not I hope not creepy, but and so I've been getting feedback with that. They'll just be like, oh, I got your video, like, thank you, that was really nice. But it's been going well.
That's such a good idea though, because that's like your enthusiasm just like pours through. So if people can like hear your voice behind it, I think that's huge.
Yeah, I need to do that with more people. I've only been doing it with people who have been on the fence, and that's how I think I got most of the BOGO people. And so I need to do that, I think, with more, like, I don't know, not people who I have on the fence. I think I will get more if I just do that with everyone, maybe.
And even the voice recording on Messenger, I've been doing that for people that just flat out ignore me. And then I think the anxiety of not knowing what I'm saying kills them. So they at least like open the message, that's been like somewhat helpful, but I haven't been brave enough to do the video, but I've been thinking about it because I heard it on a John Eric video a while back. So I love that. That's awesome. Perfect.
Let's do it.
All right. Anybody else have any brilliant questions for Haley? I love it. This is fun.
Thank you for having me. I had such a good time with you guys.
You are welcome. I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you.